I'm in the mood to do a whole bunch of blowing today, and I know a way to get even bigger numbers than ever before. Not that we don't already have a lot of every type of leaf, but I want to get something all the way into the Z's. Currently we're into the D's when it comes to regular leaves, but progress has slowed. Luckily for me now, I'm at the point where I've collected so many leaves that if I prestige, I'll get 4.14 quadrillion coins. So imagine how many more leaves we can get. 100% more gold leaf rewards. That would only cost 34 billion. We spend quadrillions, we'll get tons more leaves. We just have to, grind our way all the way back through the game again to get back to this point. Before hitting that prestige button and resetting, I want to collect just a few more leaves to make sure I'm getting the maximum amount of coins. And also before we reset, I'm going to max out my combos because I've been saving up leaves for a few days. We have 600 trillion gold leaves to spend. We're going to go through those pretty quick, but at least we'll get a few upgrades. And I'm pretty sure if I pick up a piece of fruit right now, it's going to give us something in the D's. I just need to sit here and patiently wait for the right piece of fruit to appear, and then mercilessly blow it until it gives me what I want. And while I still have a stupid amount of red coins, I'm going to spend those also increasing my coin rewards when I prestige. Because already, after a few small clicks, we're going to get 24 A coins. And it's hard to even imagine a number that big, but it's sure going to help. Also, before doing that, we have a new type of leaf that probably comes from this new secret level, which under normal circumstances would be crazy hard and expensive to get to. Luckily for me, I have 23 million of these coins, all very legitimately saved up, so we're gonna buy this place, the Celestial Plane. And then we're gonna do some celestial blowing. And there's new enemy leaves here, but this little fruit right in front of me is the kind I need. It gave me 170 lowercase d's. So 5 of those should equal 1 bigger case d. So you can see how if we're collecting only those fruits and lots of them, we'll get huger and huger numbers very quickly until we get all the way to Z's and whatever comes after Z. And look how strong the enemies are here. My Roombas bounce right off them. I would upgrade their damage, but this prolongs the suffering. These also have a combo multiplier. So yeah, we're definitely going to get some pretty ridiculous numbers today because even by buying the first few of these, everything else is going to go up big time. So let's start with that for now, Celestial Marketing. We just need a few of these leaves. Currently we have 0 of them. And that's not a number I'm used to seeing anymore. Even the next hardest leaf to get, which is pretty hard, there's 15 trillion of them. So if they want to show up at any point, feel welcome. And they're not spawning in for me, and I'm not sure why that is. Okay, I looked into it, and the way to get the celestial leaves is to actually defeat the enemies. So as you can see, we're gonna need more powerful Roombas. Hit damage 0 of 60. Well, we're gonna buy lots of those, and ALB hit damage, also more of those. That's pretty crazy, we could only buy 18 of the 60 levels. But now the Roombas should be doing a ton more damage when those stupid things spawn. This one kind of has a chance of dying because of all the things hitting it, but I need my Roombas to stay nearby. We might actually get our first leaf at this point, thanks to that little bit of extra damage I managed to get him so far. Come on, you can do it, there's 25. And don't worry, we can use these eventually to get more damage. And since we've been at 1 capital D for a while, I'm going to increase the value of their seeds as many times as I can, which is probably going to be quite a lot because we have so much money. We go from the T's into the A's, the capital A's, then we're going to skip over to the C's as soon as we're through that level, then into the capital C's, 100 out of 100. I guess I really should just buy max of everything. That's only going to get us more coins in the end. We're up to level 22 of 100, but we'll get there eventually. I kind of like this better because as much as I like the blowing, it's more fun to hurt things for profit. The things I've really got to work on right now are making more enemies spawn and more resources from when I do kill them. I've made myself able to spawn celestial apples because that's just easy resources to pick up off the ground, and now we're going to go where the enemies gain enemy resources plus 25% per level. So slowly we're at 64 leaves per enemy, and we can just barely afford celestial marketing for 830 leaves. That's giving us 96 leaves per enemy killed. It's a slow process, but it'll get big fast once it's rolling. I seem to have found more new stuff. One thing being the bigger bag, but also unique leaves for 20 million. I have about 20 million now, but do I want to spend the rest of my red coins on those? I'll maybe do this later and be sure to save 20 million coins. For now, I'll take the bigger bag because I'm not really sure what that means. Finally saved up enough of these stupid leaves to buy max combo plus 1. Hopefully that does apply to the leaves themselves and we'll start getting a decent amount. Because I've been at it a while and I only have 1200 of these stupid leaves. Okay, I need to buy Celestial combo before this is going to apply for 15,000 leaves. Until then, Celestial leaves are on their own. And I've added a few upgrades that are going to make more leaves spawn, and they're also going to give me more stuff when they do die, so hopefully they're able to kill it before that timer runs out. Yay, they didn't let me down! 134 leaves per enemy, look at us go. The extra enemies is going to add up. As long as they're able to kill what's on screen, I'll be rolling in leaves before you know it. Let's jump on Celestial Marketing while we have a chance, because that's going to make a big difference. It's all about those investments. I've realized that the fastest way to get Celestial Leaves is going to be just simply to save up 15,000 so I can include them in my ridiculous combo of 6,700 times. And suddenly we're up to 100 uppercase D, so we might actually be able to hit some pretty cool numbers before we even prestige. Look at me actually reading and stuff. My max leaf storage right now is 100 uppercase D. I can easily afford a few more of these levels, so let's see if we can bring it all the way up to, I don't know, one bigger case E, maybe F. We've never seen F yet. Capital F. Now, finally, we can get the Celestial combo, so that means we should be able to pick up one leaf for 2.81 thousand. Well, seeing as we have to prestige anyway to see the very biggest of numbers, I think we're about ready to do that, even though we've got 3.2 E now. It's so hard to know how to spend my money now, because I could do things like this where the fruits can also join the combos. So those would be worth so much more, and we're already getting 6.5 billion leaves per leaf. And then we got the cool thing we can buy for 20 million. We could also use it here to get more coins. But for now, we're going to settle for 24.87 A's. Off we go, starting it all over one more time at record speeds. Because even the regular leaves on the ground are worth 15,000 to begin with. And for some reason, we're also getting the Celestial Leaves here, and I'm not going to complain with that. So I guess to start, since we've already collected 17 million green leaves, we should probably actually buy the upgrades. I bought Leaf Marketing level 7, and we're up to 121,000 leaves per leaf already, and I'm 10 seconds into the game. And I guess I could probably afford the gold leaves, because then at least we can start buying our combos, and that's going to get ridiculous fast. We're already up to 150,000 gold leaves, and that literally happened in real time. I haven't really... We're getting 12 million gold leaves per leaf at this point. 12 million per leaf. Again, I'm like 10 seconds into this, so these numbers are going to get really stupid today. And we're already up to 66 billion green leaves, so let's get them a few more little upgrades, mostly to leaf marketing. The bigger these get, the better off we're going to be today. Now, let's work on these combos. These really are the root of everything that's going to happen today. Without combos, we wouldn't get nearly the same results. How many leaves do I have currently? 39 billion, so we're going to get a few upgrades right now. So there we are, we're up to level 17 and 16 respectively, which means we're getting 314 million gold leaves per leaf. So after spending 40 billion, we're back up to 135 billion, and that happened in 4 seconds flat. We're already ready to buy Leaf Marketing 15 for $2.5 trillion. But that's well worth it, because we're getting 750 million leaves per leaf. Well, to be fair, our combo is already at about 4,400 times, so that's going to make it nice and easy to progress through the game. 1 billion leaves per leaf already for the basics. But obviously, we still need to make it further into the game, so we're about to unlock Platinum Leaves. But definitely not before increasing our leaf rewards. I've still got 25 A's to spend on both of these, so we're going to upgrade both of these just a few times. I don't want to go too overboard yet because I might need more coins for something, but we can definitely spend into the trillions without any worry at all. Now the upgrades themselves are going to cost into the A's, so we're going to just take a pause right there, but we're up to 1.7 billion green leaves per leaf, and that's already. That's going to push our combos higher than ever very quickly, plus we have the other types of combos too with the Celestial Leaves. I just unlocked Platinum Leaves, so let's see how quickly we can get through these. I was wondering why my numbers weren't climbing quickly, relatively speaking, and that's because I realized we're not even on the map that can spawn the Platinum Leaves. We still have 750,000 of them, but they can't even spawn here. That's how good we are at blowing. If we take ourselves here, however, all we gotta do is blow a few leaves, and there we go, there's 10 billion of them. Okay, let's go for the record for Bismuth, the rainbow leaves. We're gonna start here, we're gonna unlock them. Now, we have 40-something thousand of them, and what kind of upgrades do we need? I think we have all the upgrades already. Though it feels like we're running into the same problem again. I don't think there's any leaves spawning on the ground for some reason. So that's okay, we'll go on to the next area that probably will spawn the leaves we need. There we go, they're finally starting to spawn in. They weren't for a second, and they're still not very much. We've only got 1.59 billion of them. Now, that sounds like a lot, but okay, we finally buy the upgrades for them. That should help. There we go, 23 billion of them. And my basic leaves are up to 85 trillion, so we're gonna have to go ahead and spend a few dollars on those. So let's try the speed run again. Cosmic Leaves, bought. Now we're going to go to the area where Cosmic Leaves exist, very clearly, right there. I'm already there, so let's just go to the next area to make sure this is going to work. We're already up to 100,000 of them, so we can probably afford a few of the upgrades. Trees, the Cosmic Fertilizer, Cosmic Marketing is always the big one. Once you get that, the leaves come really stupidly easy because there's billions of them. But let's go on with the Void Leaves, because at least they're a little bit of fun. They're very dark and shadowy. So what we need first is Void Marketing, bought those max. We're still not getting any spawn. I think you have to respawn into the levels right now. Nope, never mind. There's 16 billion of them. I'm just so used to numbers going up into billions instantly that if it doesn't happen, I assume something is wrong. I can also make a celestial leaf printer now too, which is going to be helpful. We do have 18,000 of them so far, but they're actually going to make a really big difference. And because I've got so many coins, I'm going to spend that many on them. We're going to have 4 printers. And now I've got to work my way through the flasks. And this one can be a little bit of a slow process no matter what way you do it, but it won't be too bad for us. Because that actually maxed out the red flasks already, and that's a good start. The more you can max out, the quicker, obviously, the faster the next step is going to be. Until you get all the way to the strange flasks, where you can start to increase your leaf rewards, and that's really what I'm all about here. And even the strange flasks are going up at well over 1 million per second. But the main one I'm after here is all leaves plus. Increase your leaf rewards by 20% per level. At 70 million per level, it's going to be a little slow, but it's going to be worth it. Because the green leaves now are up to 2.65 billion per leaf. A single leaf gets you 2.65 billion. Speaking of basic leaves, leaf marketing costs $301 trillion each. We have 100 trillion only, so we've got to step up our game. Possibly by using combos. I'm going to do something potentially really stupid here, but I think I'm going to try and upgrade their fruits, because I think they're going to have a lot of value in them too. Because even at the base, they're worth 271,000, and if I apply a combo of 5,600 times to that, I feel like that's a really big number. But I'm still really torn on that, because if I spend 5 million on that, I can't get this for 20 million. And you know what? I'm just going to do this without any further thought, because I think those might have new upgrades that come with them. I'll probably deeply regret that choice pretty quick, but there are some unlockable leaves. Clearly those are some weird unlockable things, and we'll figure those out in just a little bit. Starting in the abyss, because we need some of the leaves here, then we'll move on to some of the other ones. We need every little upgrade we can get along the way. I've blown like 2 leaves off the screen and we got 24 million, so let's buy our farming certificate, let's buy exotic fertilizer, let's buy everything. I got really worried for a second when I saw I needed 79 billion to re-unlock celestial leaves, even though they're already kind of here. But then I realized we're already mining 27 billion of them. Basically I have to clear the screen once. Okay, I got most of these upgrades done, so now while I'm waiting, I'm going to go help my neighbor with some platinum leaves. Because I'm kind of curious to see exactly what's going to happen once I do this. Were there always bees? I remember the frogs, but not the bees. I think part of these unique leaves are going to be the tool you use, because one of them references a rake. This one says, help your neighbor pick up some leaves, probably using my hands. I haven't used these tools in a while, but my neighbor's going to love it. And I never really appreciated just how well the tools work until I wasn't using them anymore. Look how much harder you'd have to work to do this. I've been here helping the neighbor for a little while now, and I'm not seeing any results yet, so I'm going to try one of the other areas. We are also at the point where we're able to spend $301 trillion on upgrades. The next one's 1.15A, so it'll be a little while, but not as long as you might think. And since I've been saving up celestials for a while, I've increased the combo there a few times, so now our numbers are over 1 billion for the regular gold leaves, and the green leaves are I don't know how high, probably something ridiculous. And since my laser in space doesn't really seem to be doing much at this moment, let's just go to where we can find the celestial leaves, because we're going to need lots of those. Which is also going to involve buying every Roomba possible, then filling it with every upgrade possible just to be able to hurt these. Not that that's unreasonable right now. We have basically billions if not trillions of anything. There we go. I've got enough of these to kill at least the occasional leaf, which is going to give us 3,000 leaves every time. That number will slowly get bigger, and all the rest of them will get much bigger. Another type of leaf I do want a lot of are the bismuth leaves, which can be found here. I've got 7.9 trillion. I'm going to need a little more, but I've done some upgrades to them to hopefully get some more. I've also just collected a regular leaf seed, and it gave me 2-point-something A's. So that one seed alone was half the A's I found this entire time in one single seed, so we just need more of those. And that also means that I need to buy more leaf marketing. While I'm at it, I'm pretty sure I can spend 2.25A coins on this one and 2.25 on that one. I have enough left to get both of these one more time, but I'm still going to save coins because I don't know the best option yet. I just know the best way for me to get more leaves are in the seeds. The leaves themselves are very valuable, but every time a seed drops, it can get me 1,000, 1,000,000 times everything I have now. Because even now, all of a minute later, I'm up to 12.05 A's just from a few seeds on the ground. Which means I can buy another upgrade, which means the next seed I find will be worth even more, then I can buy that one, then it's worth even more, and I continually do that until I'm all the way up to capital H. Also, let's increase our maximum combo here. So now we're getting bigger numbers than ever before, up to almost 4 billion green leaves per leaf. Just for fun, I spent some of my last remaining gems to get this. Didn't make a big difference, but it will jump me a little bit ahead, particularly with the green leaves. And even the gold leaves are into the A at this point, which has never been done before. Not by me. Which means we can buy a few combos. Let's get this one caught up, and then we're going to buy a few of those. We have 1.14A left, so we're going to buy this and then this. And just like that, every green leaf we're hoovering up is worth over 5 billion. Even the gold ones are well over 1 billion, almost 1.5 billion per leaf. And then look how many celestial leaves we have, 2.4 million. So the first thing I'm going to do is increase the ALB's damage because they need some help pretty badly, and make the enemies drop a little bit more. I don't want to spend too much money, but I do need to spend a little bit. Then the rest is going to go into the combos, and I'm just going to split it evenly between the two. And those few little upgrades by themselves pushed our green leaves over 6 billion per leaf now. Okay, we're going to change course again just a little bit because as fast as we're getting bismuth leaves, there's actually a different one that I need right now. And to get it, I need to be here at the base level, my own yard. And we need to keep collecting these green leaves until we have E, lowercase e of them. Actually, there's still a faster way to do this. All we need to do is go to the abyss, and then make sure we've mined 1 million exotic leaves. We have 60 trillion, spoiler alert. And then use a graphics card. Blow a few leaves over the edge, and there it is, our new unique leaf. Never before seen by me. We will eventually get this over the edge, it's very heavy. The trick was, all we needed was 1 million exotic leaves. Now we can have this and equip it. And it increases printer output by 5,000%. Activate. So now it's printing out a lot of leaves. Like the basic leaves, prints and collects 1.76 million basic leaves a second. So I'm definitely going to put a few dollars into the bismuth leaf printer because we still need a lot of those. So now it's going to print 800,000 per second. Is that going to be enough to make a difference? We're dealing with such big numbers. I don't want to spend too many coins though because we still need some. So even if you get this up to level 39, it's going to give you 4.5 million per second. Again, which sounds like a lot until you're realizing you're dealing with numbers this big. Since I've ruled out most of the options for what I should do with my coins, I think it's time I just get it over with and spend it on gold leaves and green leaves. One of each, which is going to leave us still with 766 trillion coins to spend. And that's giving us 7.7 billion green leaves per leaf now. Whatever we're doing, it's working because I'm now up to 33.1 capital A. So I'm going to upgrade one more time. That way the next time I pick up a seed, it's worth even more. We're going to go from A to C to D to E to F, all the way up to whatever I can. And while we're waiting, just to keep it a little fresh, let's get some more of the celestial leaves. These leaves are definitely hard to get. I'm getting 8,000 per enemy killed, and I have a combo right now of 10,000 times. 10,000 times combo and I get 8,000 leaves. Another upgrade to leaf marketing for only 100 capital A's. We're almost back to the D where we left off. I just jumped from 8 up to 23 capital A's, so a single seed gave me 15 capital A's. That is a ridiculous amount of anything. I decided to let the leaves blow themselves for just a little while, and look at that, we're up to 3.15 D already. Which is good for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10 upgrades. 10 upgrades is huge. We're up to $11.37 billion per leaf. And that's before we upgrade the combo multiplier again, which we're going to do this many times. So, correction, we're up to 2 billion gold leaves per leaf and a little over 12 billion green leaves per leaf. Plus an extra combo coming in from the celestial leaves. So you know what, let's just call it an even 13 billion leaves per leaf. Not more than a few minutes later, we're up to 62 Ds, so that means more upgrades already. A few more, before you know it, we'll be getting our new unique leaf and more leaves than ever before. We use the rocket engine. That should spawn another unique leaf, there it is. Simply because a physical device may help you reach the sky. That's the rocket. No, we just wait for this annoying leaf to get off my screen. And there it is. And guess what this one does? Increases seed rewards by 0.5%. And that's actually huge because 0.01% for things would cost me $304 trillion, and that number's gonna get really big really fast. But we'll give that one a view anyways. I picked up a seed. I didn't get to see how much it was, but that's almost 1 full D so far, so every one of those upgrades is going to make a big difference. The upgrades are getting bigger and bigger. My last one was about 600 capital Ds, which means the next one should push us well into E, and then bigger E's, and then bigger E's, and then whatever comes after E. And with that, we're officially back into E, 5.66 E, and the next upgrade is only 9.5. And there it is, we finally crossed over 100 E's. Now, if we take those 100 E's, come to our own yard, and use a basic leaf blower, guess what's gonna happen? Eventually, we'll spawn a special leaf. Still haven't found the unique leaf I want, but while I'm waiting, we're up to 62 A's for the gold leaves and 5.08 capital E's for the green leaves, so we're certainly making progress everywhere else. And a good way to think about these letters is that to go from E to F, you need to get 1,000,000 times the amount. So 1 F is worth 1,000,000 E's, 1 G is worth 1,000,000 F's. And the very first letter, A, comes from 1,000 trillions. Still, no unique leaf spawning, and that's kind of sad because I feel like that was going to be a pretty big help to me in my progress. I've also tried the leaf blower on every one of these levels looking for the unique leaf, and it just doesn't seem to want to spawn, so I think my game is bugged. But the sad thing is, I'm out of time. Physically, it took so much time that that's it. But we'll settle on F, capital F.